Everyone, okay, I'm Chef Shao from Accra, Malaysia. Okay, today I will show you pineapple tart. Okay, for Chinese New Year. Okay, so we start the pineapple filling first. Okay, first thing I use the pineapple. Okay, all the recipe already on the website. Okay, you can go check over there. Okay, the pineapple put inside the food processor. Okay, we blend until it becomes the paste. Okay, now already become the paste, and then now I transfer to the pot. Okay, left is a very juicy and nice smell. Okay, everything moves inside. Okay, now I start to cook the pineapple. Okay, use the high heat. Okay, to make the pineapple start the boiling. Okay, now I have to wet this one. Okay, now we go to the pineapple tart dough. Okay, because it may take a little bit longer time for the cream method. Okay, so I start to whip. We use the paddle to whip the butter and sugar to until pure and fluffy first. Okay, it will take more than 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Okay, so I start to mix first. Okay, I slow down a little bit the heat. Okay. Okay, better I suggest you use the soft butter so you can shorten your time. Okay, it's icing sugar. And salt. Okay, just leave it for whipping. Okay, now we continue back the pineapple filling. Okay, all is boiled already. Then we have add in all the ingredients. Okay, sugar, brown sugar, maple syrup, star anise, and cinnamon stick. Okay, now it's boiled already. Okay, and then I put everything, all the sugar inside. I just use a medium speed. Okay, for the mixer, for the cream method. Okay, now sugar all inside already, and then put the cinnamon stick and star anise. Okay, together with the lemon zest. Okay, the star anise cinnamon and the lemon zest is optional. Okay, if you do want, also can. Okay, if you don't want to use the brown sugar or maple syrup, you can use the caster sugar, also can. Okay, just only because I just let the pineapple more feeling more characteristic. Okay, more flavor. The flavor will be more nice. Okay, so like this, half piece. Okay, everything go in already. Then you start to cook. Okay, medium heat. If, yes. Can we use something other than citrus acid solution? Yes, you can just refresh to 1 nose of lemon juice. Okay. Why I use the citrus acid? Because we already put the lemon zest. Okay. If you want use lemon juice, you can remove the lemon zest also can, or both also can. Okay. The sour of the pineapple filling is optional. If your country or your place you get the pineapple is really sour, then you don't need. You can reduce the citrus acid solution. Is it the same quantity? Citrus, yes. Yes, you can use the same quantity. Is this fresh pineapple or do you use canned? Fresh. When just now I already peeled the pineapple skin and then already cut the cube and then you put in the food processor, then you just blend it. So let it keep boiling, okay? And then let it keep boiling to reduce you see the steam, to reduce the humidity inside the water. Okay. So just let it keep boiling. It may take around 20 to 30 minutes. For this portion, if your pineapple filling you keep cook big portion, it may go until 1 hour. Also happen. What does the Tart and do? Give the flavor. To let this one the aroma more good. I will. Not yet. The citrus acid solution not yet add inside. Yeah, the maple syrup can add already. Citrus acid always last. Okay, like you cook your food and then you put the last for the salt. Okay. And can you use instead of maple syrup? Yes, can, but yes can. But the honey you have to reduce a little bit, around 20%, because honey will be more sweeter than the maple syrup. Okay, just let it boil. Okay, now we check the butter for the tart dough. Okay, you can see it already start to become pure white. Okay, but it's still not yet enough. Okay, because if you enough creamy, and then your cookies dough, your tart dough will be more smooth and nice. It's easy to melt inside your mouth. Okay, so we need to incorporate more air inside. Okay, now, okay, continue. Actually, the pineapple tart, it really take time to make. That's why at the market, the price also a little bit different with the normal cookies. Okay, new boy. Okay, if still liquid, the hyper filling is still what very high content of humidity. It's still okay. You don't need to stir, but it's almost become thickened. That means the water already start to evaporate a lot, and then you have to start be careful because the inside is left the fiber and the sugar, so the filling will easy to burn. So you have to very be careful the bottom side. Okay. What? Boiling. Cook until it becomes very thick. Okay. Later you will see the result of how I cook. Okay. Because I cannot tell you by the texture because it's very difficult to check. Normally I will check on the table. So it will become thick. When the mixture is cool down, it should be when you make it into the round, it should be stand over there. It cannot be flattened easily. Okay, this is a proper fiber filling texture. Okay. We do want to make if let's say this one, if today I buy the pineapple is really sour. If I use the same amount put inside your pineapple filling, it will be too sour for your cookies, for your pineapple tart. So better we check the sweetness and inside the pineapple filling. So we still adjust again. Okay, but this one, the 7 gram inside the recipe is I already adjust with this Malaysia local pineapple. If your country, the pineapple, very sweet, so you can add more. You can go to 10 grams of the citric acid solution. Okay. No, because why the pineapple filling can easier to cook until this texture because the fiber of pineapple is quite a lot. Okay, but you. Yes, it's according to fruit because I tell you, even the pineapple, if the different country, the fiber also have slightly a little bit different. But you can stick on this recipe if you want to modify it, and then you can stick on this recipe, and then you cook already, then you adjust a little bit of your sweetener. Okay. Butter and sorry. To mix inside the apple skin. Oh, how long is in the butter and icing sugar to mix? That one? I just already say it's 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Because we want to cream it and then we want to incorporate a lot of air inside your butter, and then at the end, when you put the pineapple tart in your mouth, it will slightly the texture will be melt inside your mouth. It's not the very hard texture. Okay, you can see the pineapple filling is start to become very thick. Okay, but this is not the texture we want. You see, when I put the pineapple filling, it's still going down. It should be when I stir it and then it will stand over there. Okay, so I still continue cook. Yes, if you want to use this filling for the layering cake, you may add a little bit of gelatin. But this filling, if you add a little bit of gelatin, that means you have to stop on this texture because you see if you make to the pineapple tart, the filling texture, it will be too hard for your cake filling. Okay. Okay, now you can see the texture will be more thicker. Okay. All the flavor is optional. Okay, if you want to put vanilla inside, if you want to put some orange zest inside, also can. Okay, depend how you modify what flavor you want. Okay, continue cook. Okay. Okay. Now the butter and the icing sugar is done. Okay. Later we continue on that. I stop mixing. Okay. Then continue cook. Okay, I have if you do the big production, I have one solution for you to shorten your time. Okay, is when after you blend, right? After you blend, okay, you can shift out the juice, but just only okay, the time will be shortened, but one thing is the flavor will be less. Okay, because you already shift the juice came out, and then the sweetness, the sugar inside the pineapple it will also will lose. Okay. That is just only for you to for business purpose using there will be use more faster way to cook the pineapple. We just need the fiber. Okay. Okay. Now okay. Okay. Yes, you have to make the filling one day before. Okay. Because when you use the filling, it has to be totally cooled down. Okay. It cannot be warm because if you warm your filling put on your tart dough, okay, your tart dough will start to melting because your tart dough is contain butter. Okay. Medium heat. Medium heat. Okay. Normally I will apply the medium heat because it will be faster a little bit. But if you make the big portion, you don't want to keep stirring or anything. You want to sometimes you have a lot of things and then you just leave it a little bit and then yeah, if the medium heat for you is too high, okay, so better you use a slow heat. Okay, now okay, you see the texture of the hyper filling. Okay, it's a little bit thickened, but it's not yet okay. I just teach you how to check the texture. Okay, so me, I will just put on the table to temper it a little bit. Okay. Okay, when I scrap on top, okay, you can see it's not easy to hold until really round shape enough. That means it still need to continue cook. Okay, because why this one will be like this? Because the water content inside is still a lot. Okay, so what to do is I scrap back. Okay, continue cooking. So the pineapple filling usually is quite take long time to cook. Okay. Okay, yeah. One more thing is have to very be careful because if you use high heat, sometimes you want to be fast. I don't prefer because why? The sugar inside the filling is easy to caramelize, and then your pineapple filling will become very brown color. Okay.
How long can we keep the pineapple jam in the fridge?
Pineapple jam actually because this one the filling, yeah, can be 1 month, no problem. Okay. Because it's high sugar content inside the pineapple filling, so the shelf life actually can go more longer. But I not prefer you guys still continue add the more sugar to the too high sugar content inside the pineapple filling because it will too sweet for your pineapple tart.
Few questions here.
Okay.
Can we only use brown sugar or caster sugar? Will it make any difference?
Yes, brown sugar give you more molasses taste. Okay, white sugar also caster sugar also no problem. Anything you can replace anything. I mean the sugar. Okay, even the for flavor. Okay, just only why I use half of the brown sugar, half for the caster sugar because we don't want the pineapple filling is too brown. That's why I use a little bit 50% of the caster sugar. Okay, but I still want the brown sugar, the molasses taste can be make the pineapple filling more nice aroma. Okay, continue cook.
How many tarts can we make with this ingredient?
How many type? Depend on the size how you do. Because for this one 250 at the end after I cook, right, is 250 grams. I think just only 20 pieces. 20 pieces to 25 pieces only.
Will it be better to use a small pot for this amount?
Yes, you can. But why I use a big pot because for me to easy to cook for you. Okay? Because sometimes when boil, right, it will spread everywhere. Okay? You boil quite long time. So I still prefer you use a big pot. Okay? You can use a small pot also, no problem. Okay? Now I check again. You can see the texture of the pineapple filling. Okay, it should be very thick. Okay? This is already very good texture. Okay, but before that I have to check again. Okay, when you check, you see it's easy to hold the shape. Okay. Okay, this is already done. Okay, but it's still a little bit soft. It's okay because it haven't totally cooled down. I put inside this filling inside the chiller. Okay, to relax overnight. Tomorrow, after 24 hours, it will be easy to work. Okay, now, yes, the citric acid, a little bit, add inside. Then I start to boil a little bit. Make sure the citric acid, everything mix well. Okay, now everything is done. Okay, I put inside the pot. You see, the leftover all is the fiber of the piper from the piper. Okay, so it cannot be until like super smooth. It's a little bit of lump like from the fiber. Okay, this is the actual the pineapple tart. The taste, the texture should be. Okay. Okay. Now it's done. Okay, and then I keep inside the chiller. Okay, now I do the tart dough. Okay, the cream matter is done. Cream matter is done. You can see the color of butter. Okay, it's a pure white. Okay, it's nice. Okay, now I scrap everything to the center.
Chef, maybe later you can recap back what you have did.
Okay, sure. Yeah, very fast. Okay, okay. A bit confused. Okay.
Will the pineapple filling have less shelf life if we don't add the citric acid or lemon juice to the filling?
No, no, it's not really effective because it's just only a little bit, small amount. Okay. The really direct effect, the shelf life is the sugar content inside the pineapple filling. If your pineapple filling high sugar content, the shelf life can be go more longer. It's less same like your fondant. Okay. So
This one you add in
I add in the egg. Okay.
Can the dough be made egg? Can the dough be made egg-free?
Egg-free. I know prefer. Okay. Because the egg normally the pineapple tart, why the taste is good because also have a little bit egg taste. Okay, but if you want, you can just replace the water or anything chip water also can. Because water inside the dough is help you combine the dry ingredient. Okay. Okay, now here everything already mixed well. Baking soda and milk powder. Mix inside.
So the water is the exact same quantity with the egg?
Yes, but I prefer you add a little bit more. Okay. Okay, now I add all the dry ingredient inside. Okay, slow stick to mix until become a dough.
There's a milk powder inside.
Yes, it has the milk powder inside.
Did the chef add in the whole egg or did you?
I have in the recipe you can see in the recipe I have two. One is whole egg, one is egg yolk. It's no? Yeah, it's mixed both.
What is the reason to add milk powder? Can milk be used instead?
Yes, milk powder to give the aroma. I tried before. If without the milk powder and with the milk powder, the taste, the aroma, everything we go to more improve the flavor. Okay, to make the dough together with the pineapple, the flavor more combination more matching. Okay, now everything already mixed. Okay, I didn't 100% mix well because I don't want to let it too much of gluten inside. So I just mix 90%. Okay. Okay, why I don't want it too big too long, because when I do the shaping later, I will show you when I do the shaping, if your dough is too hard, right? Your shaping will be very hard. Okay. Now everything mixed. Okay. You see the flour? Maybe I use this one. Okay. Remove all the dough. Start here.
Can we store this dough in the freezer? If so, how long can we store it?
How long is the storage for the freezer? Actually, in the dough inside the freezer, you keep any dough, any cookies dough inside the freezer. Actually, it can more than 1 month. But I still prefer is 1 month, because after a few months, it's already the taste will be different. Okay, it should be no problem, because inside the freezer you know easy to keep everything, include your cake, include your even your dough also. Okay, but I not prefer you bake and then you keep inside the freezer. I prefer you keep when the dough is still not yet baking. Okay, now you can see the dough is very flexible, it's very smooth. Okay, now we start to shape. Okay, here I just put at the side first. Okay, and here we have the pineapple filling already done, cooling down. Okay, and also here already I have already skewed each 8 grams, and then you can roll, become the round. Okay, become the round. Okay, so the first design, the very traditional Chinese pineapple cookies design is I use this nozzle. Okay, you can see this thing. Okay, easy. Okay, this one easy to press. Actually, at the market ingredient shop, you easy to get this kind of thing. But if for the pastry, if we have this kind of nozzle. Okay, you can see. All right, thank you. Okay, now I put a little bit of the dough inside. Okay, before that, I ready the baking tray. Okay, now, okay, I start to press down. Okay, then like the injection, okay, you just inject it. Okay, now I lay a little bit over shape. Then I cut the front part, and then I put it at the center. Okay, and see, okay, and then start to turn. And then cut. Okay, the shape become like this. And then I put all the recipient. Okay. Now, second one. The filling is 8 grams for this one. If you want to make the small one, you can just use 5 grams. Okay? It depends on you. Okay? And then I do a few more pieces.
Chef, do you know what is the thickness of the?
The thickness of this one is around 4 mm, 3 to 4 mm. Okay. Later I will show you another one. Is use hand roll because sometimes you don't want to so difficult on this one. Then I should show you another one. It's more easy way. This is 4 mm. Okay, oval shape, and then round cut the bottom part, and then just cutting it inside, okay, and then just put here. Okay, this one is done. Okay, now another way is I put the side first. Okay, I take something. Okay, now I take a little bit of the dough, put on the parchment. And then I need let the dough combine together. Okay. And then I roll it. Okay. Normally, I roll until 2 mm. 2 mm, then enough already. Okay, 2 mm. Okay, now I keep inside the chiller to let it cool down. Okay, for later use. Okay, now I okay, here I have ready one. The tart dough. Okay, I take out and then I mold it. Okay, and then now I use these two cutters. Okay, one is a flower shape. Okay, and then one is a just round. Okay, now I just cut this one. Okay, at the center. Okay, here I make a 10 pieces. Okay, so 5 piece with hole, 5 piece without hole. Okay, 5 piece with hole. At the center, I cut the round shape. Okay, now I transfer this one to the pan. Okay, if you feel very hard to remove, I keep inside a little bit to the freezer to let it harden. Just only few minutes. Right. Okay, now I continue do the first one first. This one done. Okay, and here you can see this one. Okay, now I get ready an egg wash. Okay, this egg wash is 1 whole egg and two notes of egg yolk inside. Okay, and then I sieve it. Okay, and then use a very smooth and then a soft brush to brush it. If you use hard brush, your pineapple tart dough will change the shape. So use a soft one. Okay, to make sure it's just only a thin layer. It's not a thick. Okay, so on the side, start to brush. Okay. You have to very gentle because this one is contain a lot of air inside and then it's very soft, high butter content. Okay. Okay.
So for the tart, right? Can we use a piping bag?
Yes, can. Why not? You can use a piping bag, but it's a little bit hard, so you have to use a thick one. If you use a very thick, thin piping bag, it's easy to break.
Do we need to do this in an aircon room?
Not necessary because if too hot it cannot lah. It's just better is room temperature is will do okay. Because actually this pineapple tart is very common in Malaysia and Malaysia market, and then most of the family they do at the home kitchen. So normally is work. But if you want the easy to handle, you can replace half your butter to your margarine. So it will be more easy to handle. Okay. Now already egg wash one time. Okay.
Do we let the dough
No, not necessary. No need, no need. Actually, the best texture you pipe actually is after you direct bake. If you bake already, you need to keep inside the chiller. Actually, you need to defrost properly. If not, it's very hard to pipe because the best shaping the timing actually after you mixing. Okay. Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can feel it like the ball. Okay. Let's say you very simple. You can see the Taiwanese pineapple tart. Actually, it can be similar. Just only the filling they use a little bit more wet, and then you can just make the pineapple filling, and then you use the dough to wrap it, and then you put inside the square mold. Then you press it. That one also can be one of the design. Okay, but just only the why I didn't show that because the tart actually is big very long time because you have to use low temperatures and then long timing. Okay, more again.
Do we need to keep in the chiller after rolling before baking?
No need. We can direct bake.
How long it takes for you to cool down the dough?
For this one, just now, I just put inside freezer for 5 minutes.
If let's say they keep in the chiller.
Yeah, better you can go to half an hour. Depend on your chiller temperatures. Normally, if you not a lot of thing, actually 5 to 10 minutes should be no problem already. Okay, this one, the whole one, and then I just put on the top.
Can they know the size of the round cutter, the flower cutter and the round cutter?
Oh. It's just only 5 cm. Normally, what we make for this kind of cookies is one better use 1 bite size, maximum 2 bites, because it's easy to packing also. Okay.
Can you milk instead of egg wash?
No. Why I use egg wash? Because this gives the color. If you don't want to use the egg wash, then your cookies, the color will be not so good because it will be very pale.
Can the tart mold or pie mold be used?
Tart mold or pie mold? It's too big. It's too big. Because this one is quite sweet. Normally, it's one of the sweet tart. It's not savory tart. Okay.
Can we use the normal tart mold, the small size?
Yeah, can. But if you use a small size one, yes, can. You can do any size you can. But just only I don't prefer you make really big like 8, 10 cm. Okay, because this one normally for us we just 1 bite or 2 bite. Yeah.
What is the size of the butter?
5 cm. 4 to 5 cm for this one. But if for the inside one, it's around 3 cm only. You can see the size.
4 to 5 cm is the flower one.
Yes. Okay, you can see. Okay. Okay, now for this one, okay, after I put right, Okay, then I just egg wash on top.
For baking this, do you prefer electric or gas?
Nowadays the gas, or both also can. For me, I not say I prefer anything. Just only the you have to catch up the temperature, the baking, and then the timing. Because both so far what I see okay. I did before the lately, even for the gas, for the electrode, both you can get the same result. Just only like for the gas normally I will lower down a little bit the temperature. Okay. Okay, now I just use a weighing scale. Okay, this is a pineapple filling. Okay, you see I take out 5 grams. Just use 5 grams, and then I make it round, and then I put on top, and then I press to fill the hole. Okay, make it round on top, and a little bit more.
Can this dough be used for normal tart? You know that?
Yeah, can. Why not? Yes, you can. You can use for the normal type. Just only a little bit different is normal type. Normally we use right method. We didn't use cream method. Okay. So the texture will slightly different.
How long to blind bake?
We no need to blind bake. You direct bake until you cook. Okay. Only blind, it will not puff up. It will not puff up. Because actually the quite for the pineapple filling is quite heavy to press your pineapple tart dough.
What I think what you asked to use it like tart.
When you make tart. You make tart. If you make tart, the tart dough, actually just dry bake until the side golden brown, and then you will remove. Actually, I cannot tell you. Normally what I do for dry bake is just only 12 to 13 minutes. Okay. Also depend on the how high the temperature you bake. Okay. Now, okay, we can start to baking now. Okay, 160 to 170 degrees Celsius for 15 to 18 minutes. Okay, I can start to bake both together. Huh? 160, 170, 16 to 18. 15, 16 to 18. Trigger up. Okay, now I recap back, okay, for the, okay.
Can it be baked on the baking sheet?
Baking sheet, do you use parchment? You mean parchment?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure can. Okay. Now, okay, here we have the already done, okay. Okay, the pineapple part, okay, both, okay, here, this is just now the second one I do, okay. This is the first one, okay. It will be cover and then the filling at the center. Okay, both I have to tell you something about the, if you sometimes you feel very hard to handle, then you can cook more longer for your filling. Remember, always the filling must be very easy handle in your hand. If when you roll it, filling is very how to say very soft and then not easy to handle. It's very sticky. It's not the right. It's not the right fiber filling you should do. Okay. So more question.
Usually for the open filling part, the outer part of the pineapple filling becomes slightly hard.
Yes, slightly a little bit, but it's not really. It will be okay. It will slightly be a little bit hard, but when you after you keep for a few days, actually it will balancing back. Okay, it will be soften back.
Can we roll the pineapple tart into a ball with the filling inside?
Yes, yes, you can. You can use a small bowl shape. You can use a square shape. You can use rectangular shape. It depends on you. Just only the dough and the filling you have to remember is you have to be balanced. Don't be the dough is too thick. Okay, okay. Better is this one. 3 mm to 4 mm is better.
Which fruit can you use instead of pineapple?
Just now already mentioned. Normally, why we didn't use different other fruit because the fiber is content is different. Like pear, the fiber lasts than for sure the less will be than the pineapple. Okay, but okay, if you want to make it more low costing or anything, you can like 77% of the 70% of the pineapple, 30% of the pear. But you have to add more the pear to replace the fiber for the pineapple filling.
If we have to store it, then should it be in the fridge or outside?
After this one, for sure it's outside because now it's already become pineapple tart. It's a one kind already dry. If you put it inside the chiller, it will be very easy to get salty.
What is the shelf life of the pineapple tart?
Pineapple tart, this one 1 month. Will do. Yeah, but if you add that, it can be more than 1 month.
What does trigger in and out mean?
Trigger in and out means when I bake my product, right, it will produce a lot of steam. Trigger in is we block the steam inside the oven. Trigger out is we release the steam from the oven. Normal? Okay. Okay. So my demo until stop over here. Okay, thank you. See you next time.